Hi, seventh grade. I'm sorry I can't be there today. Hopefully, I can get back soon. I'm going to go over the instructions for what you're working on today. It'll most likely be independent work, and maybe some partner work, depending on if the teacher allows you to. So these notes that I have in front of me are on my iPad at home, so they're not filled in. So you are seeing blank iPad. I might leave you. So on Tuesday we worked on issues facing the Roman Empire. So I might leave you a video for you to fill this part in. You don't have to. This part you don't have to fill it in if you don't want to. But start thinking about who the Germanic tribes are, where they come from, what are some of the Germanic tribes. You're more than welcome to begin filling this in, but try to leave space because I will be giving you some notes when I return. Okay, so you're more than welcome to start begin working on that, but you don't have to. But you should start thinking about who the Germanic tribes are. Today you will be working on a short reading, and it looks like this one. If I can figure it out, it's this one. It's on page. Before I do that, start thinking about these pages. Page 5. Start thinking about these maps. So this is the Roman Empire. We are gonna have some notes on this, the Roman Empire before it was split. At its height. Here we have the split of the Roman Empire, East and West, Byzantine Empire and Western Roman Empire. Here we have the invasion. So you can even use this map, this one right here, to start thinking about the invasion of Rome. Okay. And then finally, obviously, how Rome is divided into different kingdoms. Okay, so start thinking about those images. Okay, so today you'll be working on. Some of you are still not done with this, and I know this is really dense. You're more than welcome to have your partner help you out with this. If there's a question you don't understand, just skip it, and that's okay. Today you're working on this document. It's going to be pages 12 and pages 13. Okay, so let me start. Let me do a little bit of the reading for you. Fill in each blank with the word that best completes the reading comprehension. So some of these you might already know. So before you do the reading, start thinking about what these words mean. So Western refers to the Western Roman Empire. The Western Roman Empire. A tribe, you might not know what that means, and that's okay. Long hair, warlike. Warlike is someone that is very, likes to be in war. Someone that participates in a lot of war. Present means today. Victorious comes from the word victory. However, far, tribes. So tribe and tribes. Began, power, strength, beginning, leadership. Gothic. This is a really big word. And I want you to start thinking about that. What does the word Gothic mean? Right? When we think of the word Gothic today, it means something dark, something spooky, right? It comes from this time period. And it comes from the tribes that attacked the Roman Empire, the Visigoths, the Ostrogoths, and so forth. Further, itself and commonplace. So let me read this paragraph, because this is what you're going to be doing. I do want you to annotate the text the way that I annotated, okay? Here we go. I'm going to zoom into this a little more. The Roman Empire, at its height, extended across much of Europe. But even then, there were other groups of people who were not part of the Roman Empire living in Europe too. So this paragraph tells me that there are people outside of the empire. So I'm going to just write outside of the... It's hard for me to type on here. All right, empire. Outside of the empire. Many of these groups called tribes live in the something north. Let's see which of these makes sense. In the western north, that you can't do that. In the tribe north, no. Long hair north, warlike north, present north, no. In this case, it's far north. They lived in the far north. If we look at the map of the Roman Empire, those tribes lived here. Those tribes lived here, the north, okay? And those are the tribes that are going to eventually invade the Roman Empire. So going back to the text. I'm sorry, I keep going back and forth. Others lived in various parts of Europe, not occupied by the Roman Empire. So there were some people that lived outside of Europe that were not part of the Roman Empire. Those people are considered barbarians by the Romans, uncivilized people. The barbarian, blank, as many of them were known, didn't like the idea of settling down and farming. They preferred a roaming blank. Okay? You can only use the words one time. After you finish filling this in, you're more than welcome to work with a partner, by the way. You're going to work on this, on the multiple choice questions. Also, many of you are not done with your constructive response, your claim and evidence. And you see Davis, if your name if it appears incomplete, you have to complete it. Please complete it. I will be reaching out to parents on probably Thursday. Not Thursday, Wednesday night. So if it's missing, please make sure that it's complete. It is part of your work. You will be doing quite a lot of this in social studies this year, claim, evidence, explanation. Please use the sentence starters that I provided, okay? Some of you submitted some work, but it's incomplete as well, okay? Just because you submitted doesn't mean that it's complete. So please go back and take a look at it. So just because you submitted doesn't mean it's finished. And make sure that you have a claim with 2 reasons. Make sure that you have 2 pieces of evidence, and an explanation is not required, but you are more than welcome to work on it, okay? That's UC Davis, and then we have UCLA. UCLA is, there's 7 students missing. So if your name is here, make sure that you get it done. Some of the students were absent. So again, some students submitted it, but it is incomplete because I did ask you to submit it so you wouldn't lose your work. So please make sure to go back and look at this. I will be spending some time giving you feedback on this, so make sure that it gets done. And then we have UCSC. UCSC, again, if your name is here, it means it's incomplete. And if you submitted it and it's still incomplete, make sure that you go back. One thing that I would suggest you do is you bold your evidence so that I know that you have 2 of them. Actually, why don't we all do that? If you are able, I think that it allows you to do it. If you're able, please go back and bold your evidence, make it darker so that it stands out, so that I can see 2 of them. If you finish this constructive response and you finish the space that I assigned you, please work on Quizlet. The link is in Classroom for you to join. It's this one, okay? It's this one. Please be amazing. Please be incredible. You will not be having any Moya time today because I'm not there. Be incredible, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.